Good morning, children. We have already started chapter 5, Judiciary. In that, we have seen up to the structure we have finished. Then branches of the legal system already finished. Now today we see the next. For the common person, access to courts is access to justice. The courts exercise a crucial role in interpreting the fundamental rights of citizens, and as we see in the above cases, the courts interpreted Article 21 of the Constitution on the right to life to include the right to food. They therefore ordered the state to take certain steps to provide food for all, including the midday meal scheme. Here is a photograph. However, there are also court judgments that the people believe work against the best interest of the common person. For example, activists who work on issues concerning the right to shelter and housing for the poor believe that the recent judgments on eviction are a far cry from earlier judgments. While recent judgments tend to review the slum dweller as an encroacher in the city, earlier judgments like the 1985 Olga Tallis versus Bombay Municipal Corporation had tried to protect the livelihoods of slum dwellers. Here is we will read it. The judgment of the Olga Tallis versus Bombay Municipal Corporation established the right to livelihood as part of the right to life. The following experts from the judgment point to the way in which the judges link the issue of the right to life to that of livelihood. The sweep of the right to life conferred by Article 21 is wide, far-reaching. Life means something more than mere animal existence. It does not mean merely that the life cannot be extinguished or taken away, as for example by the imposition and execution of the death sentence according to procedure established by law. That is but one aspect of the right to life, and equally important fact of the right is the right to livelihood, because no person can live without the means of living, that is the means of livelihood. That the eviction of person from a pavement or slum will inevitably lead to the deprivation of these means of livelihood is a preposition which does not have to be established in each individual case. In the present case, that the facts constituting empirical evidence justify the conclusion that the petitioner live in slums and on pavements because they have small jobs to nurse in the city, and for them there is a nowhere else to live. They choose a pavement or a slum in the vicinity of the place of work, and to lose the pavement of the slum is to lose the job. The conclusion therefore is that the eviction of the petitioner will lead to deprivation of their livelihood and consequently to the deprivation of life. In a speech made on 26 November 2007, the Chief Justice of India, K.G. Balakrishnan, noted that the Indian judiciary consists of the Supreme Court with 26 judges, 21 high courts with a section strength of 725 judges, working strength 597 as on March 2007, and 14,477 subordinate courts, judges, working states of the 11,767 as on 31st December 2006. Another issue that affects the common person's access to justice is the inordinately long number of years that the courts take to hear a case. The phrase justice delayed is justice denied. एक कहा गया जस्टिस डिलेड, अगर न्याय डिले हुआ उसका मतलब है कि ये डिनाइड हो गया, is often used to characterize this extended time period that courts take. Here the one photograph, another PAC हिरासत में कर ले. अभी यहाँ क्या कहते हैं, the above photo shows the family members of some of the 43 Muslims of हशीमपुरा मेरठ की बात है. यहाँ की 43 मुस्लिम्स के फोटोग्राफ के साथ है. किल्ड ऑन 22 May 1987. These families have been seeking justice for over 20 years. ये फैमिली 20 साल से अपने जस्टिस के लिए लड़ रहे थे. ड्यू टू लॉन्ग डिले इन द कमेंसमेंट ऑफ द ट्रायल, द सुप्रीम कोर्ट इन September 2002 ट्रांसफर्ड द केस फ्रॉम द स्टेट of Uttar Pradesh to Delhi. The trial is ongoing in 19 provisional armed constabulary men are facing criminal prosecution for alleged murder and other offense by 2000. Only 3 prosecution witnesses had been examined. Photo was taken at Press Club, Lucknow, 24 May 2007. Now here is one table given. Number of judges in India. Number of judges in India. Here A, B, C. At the lower level, subordinate court. Higher level, high court. And at the top, Supreme Court. Oh, how many judges in India? Now you all of you know, have the knowledge that how many courts we have: Supreme Court, High Court, District Court, Subordinate Court. How many Supreme Court? Section 31. How many working? 28. And 3 vacancy. Supreme Court 3 vacancy. How many High Courts? Section हुई है 984, working 635 and vacancy 349. District and subordinate courts 1904, 19,421, 15,039 वर्किंग स्टैंड है एंड वैकेंसीज कितनी है माइनस करके हम देख सकते हैं. डेटा ए एंड बी एज ऑन 1 नवंबर 2014 का है, एज ऑन 13 दिसंबर 2013 है. However, in spite of there is no denying that the judiciary has played a crucial role in democratic India, serving as a check of protecting the fundamental rights of citizens. The members of the Constitutional Assembly had acquired correctly and visioned a system of courts with an independent judiciary as a key feature of our democracy. Now, children, you draw in your book flow chart. It is very clear by drawing the flow chart structure of the Indian judiciary. Chapter 5 in civics. At the top, the Supreme Court. Supreme Court is the highest court in India. Then next, high courts. Of the states. The High Court is the apex court in the state. Then subordinate courts. Here subordinate courts. Again, civil courts and criminal courts. Here, civil courts are the courts of civil judge and court of the munsif. Munsif. We are court of the sessions judge. And court of the chief judicial magistrate. Now here we have already complete our chapter 5. We are winding up. Before that, we again revise number of judges in India. Now children, we tell one by one. First, Supreme Court. The sanction strength 31, working strength 28. So how many vacancies? 3. Then second, High Courts of the state. Sanction 984. Working, how many working high courts are there in India? 635. So 349 are the vacancies. And third, district and subordinate courts. Here 19,421 are sanctioned and working, इसमें से कितनी वर्किंग है अभी? 15,039 ओनली. माइनस करके हम देखते हैं तो हाउ मेनी? 4,382 are vacancies. So big number is there for district subordinate courts vacancies. Now today we finish our chapter 5 judiciary. Now we will see in the next class exercises that you have to be write down in your notebook. Today's homework, you have to be write down the glossaries. This flow chart you have to draw in your notebook. After that, write down this table, draw the table given in the page 63. Page 63. Page 63. And write down glossary. This is your homework. Glossary. Page 65. Acquit, to appeal, compensation, eviction and violation. These 5 glossaries meaning you have to write down in your notebook. This is homework. Write down one time in your fair notebook. And in the next class, you write down exercises. Thank you very much.